I'll tell you what I would say. Is that
that's the manager. The manager's.
Right, hello everyone, and welcome back to Warren's Team Talk. I'm sorry I'm a bit late. I just had someone turn up on the door, so I had to go and deal with that. But anyway, I hope that you're all well and having a great day. And it's all going to kick off in our 3 games in a minute. So before we get started, if you haven't done so already, please put a like on the video. Please share the content around, and please make sure that you subscribe to the channel. That would be absolutely fantastic if you could do that. So thanks ever so much. And the McManus Sense has just joined us. Hi, McManus. Hope you're well, sir. And he says, afternoon, sir. Hope you're well. Looking forward to today's stream. Thank you very much, mate. So am I. I really enjoy doing this. It's really good. So let's check out the lineups for today's matches. So without further ado, let's get those team lineups up and we'll see. So let's stop sharing that and we'll do another share screen, which is... So the first one we're going to go to is Norwich against Wolverhampton Wanderers. So see if we can get the lineups up. So this is from the BBC website. Right, here we go. So this is the Norwich lineup. They've gone for a 4-3-3. They've got, as you can see, they've got Claude in goal. Aarons, Hanley, Gibson and Williams in defence. Gilmore, Norman and McLean in midfield. And Rashika, Pukki and Sargent up front. And on their bench, they've got Rook, Dowell, Campbell, Solis, Lees Malloy, Gunn, Ginalios, Idar and Aboba Midley, I think that is. Wolves, on the other hand, have gone for a 3-4-3. They've gone with Mahiro Desar in goal, Kilman, Cody and Sias at the back. Then in midfield, they've gone with Nelson Semedo, Nevis, Hal Martino and Ait Nouri. And then Machado, Trinajo, Jimenez and Huang He Chan. And then on the subs bench, they've gone with whoever, Markel, Molden, Fabio Silva, Ruddy, Dendonka, Traore and Kundal. What some amazing names there. Dear me, unbelievable stuff. Unbelievable, Jeff. And then let's have a look at the Liverpool situation. So Liverpool and Southampton's lineups are: Liverpool have gone for 3-3-3. Alisson in goal, Alexander-Arnold, Konate, Van Dijk, Robertson, Henderson, Fabinho and Thiago Alcantara in midfield. And then Salah, Jota and Mane up front. And on their subs bench, they've got Milner, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Minamino, Tsimikas, Origi, Matip, Kelleher, N. Williams and Morton. And then Southampton, they're going for a 3-4-3. McCarthy, Bednarek, Lianco, Salisu. And then in midfield, they've gone with Livramento, Ward-Prowse, Romu, Perud. And then up front, they've gone with Brocha, Adams and Armstrong. Now, their subs bench is Walker-Peters, Long, Redmond, Smallbone, Teller, Diallo, Walcott, Valerie and Foster. And so that's the Liverpool-Southampton lineups. And then let's go with Brighton and... No, not Brighton and Leeds. Crystal Palace and Aston Villa. So Crystal Palace and Aston Villa. Crystal Palace have gone with a 4-3-3, and they have gone with Giatta in goal, Ward, Tompkins, and Guaya, and Mitchell in defence. Gallagher, Milivojevic, and Koyate in midfield. Olise, Benteke, and Zaha up front. And then their subs bench is Butland, Ayew, Eze, Hughes, Schlupp, Klein, Edouard, Kelly, and Riedewald. And in Aston Villa are going with a 4-3-2-1. Martinez in goal, Cash, Konsa, Mings, and Target in the back four. And then McGinn, Nakamba, Bailey, Ramsey, and Young in midfield. And up front, Ollie Watkins on his own. And then the subs bench is Douglas Luiz, Sanson, Buendia, Steer, Twanzebe, Ings, El Ghazi, Jose, and Chukwuemenka, however you say that. So yeah, sorry about the pronunciations there, Guy. That was a bit ridiculous, but still, never mind. So let's go back and get this sorted out the way I wanted it. So there we go. So let's put that down there and stop sharing on, and window, that one, share. So, and then right, so yeah, these are the three games that we've got today that kick off at 3:00. Palace against Aston Villa, Liverpool against Southampton, and Norwich against Wolverhampton Wanderers. So hopefully it'll be as entertaining as it was last week when it was just mayhem, almost from the first minute to the last. We got a chat here from Taib, and he says, "Hi Warren, hi Taib, how are you, sir? Hope you're well." And then he said, I want Vieira to get a win against Gerrard. Yeah, so do I, mate. One of my mates, a couple of my friends are big Liverpool fans and they can't stand him. So, yeah, hopefully Vieira will do a job on him. Taib was saying, McManus senses, how's it going, sir, to Taib? Well, that's nice to see that you chatting to each other. McManus, it's all good, mate. How are you? And then Taib says, Warren, are you happy with the 2-0 win? Yes, mate, I am. First half, I thought it was absolutely dreadful. And as Curtis Shaw would say, an absolute snore fest. And it was awful. And if it hadn't have been for Aaron Ramsdale, who pulled out another wonder save, we would have gone into that half-time break or goal down, and Arteta would have had to do something he's not done before and pull a game round from a losing position. So that would have been interesting. But yeah, we got the goals. Gabriel Martinelli scored an absolute wonder goal, in my opinion. I thought it was a superb finish, to be frank. Great win, thankfully. And Saka's goal was a good goal as well. I like that. It was nice to see him get on the score sheet. I'm sure that'll do his confidence the world of good. So fair play to him. And McManus says, I'm very good, mate, Taib, mate, just chilling today. No, that's good to hear. I'm glad to hear that you're both really well and having a great day. And Taib says, nice one, McManus. And Taib says, Arteta is not a fan of Martinelli. Let Lego he can go 2-1. Absolutely, mate. I absolutely agree. The sooner that clown is out of our club, the better, as far as I'm concerned. I can't stand him. I really can't. I just want him gone as quickly as possible. Yeah, Taib, I just want to thank you for your support the other day when we had that clown in my chat going on about those statistics I'm putting up with a lot of nonsense. I really do appreciate that because he really wound me up. So yeah, thanks for that, buddy. I do really appreciate it because you really did help me get through that stream without absolutely losing it with him. But I'm sorry about the bad language in that stream for anyone who is watching this, who was watching that as well. But yeah, thanks a lot, Taib. I really do appreciate it. Right, so it's 1 minute before kickoff. So let's get some predictions. What do you think are going to be the scores of these games this afternoon, guys? Crystal Palace and Aston Villa, Liverpool, Southampton, and Norwich against Wolves. To be quite honest with you, I can't even remember what I put in my Premier League preview video the other day, what I thought would happen. So I'm just going to give what I think on the basis of what I'm feeling today. So Palace against Villa. It's going to be an interesting one because Steven Gerrard will be full of confidence after the result he got in his first game last week. But I think it's going to be a really tough afternoon for Villa today. And given Palace's recent good form, I'm going for them Palace to win this game by 2-1. Liverpool and against Southampton, I can only see one outcome for this. I think Liverpool will win by 3-0. It could be even more, but who knows? They might just decide to take it easy. I'm not sure if they got Champions League matches next week or not, though. That's the only thing. Because the group phase of the Champions League, I think it's only got one game left, hasn't it? But yeah, so if they have, I think once the game's done and dusted, right, they're 2 or 3-0 up. I think they might just take it easy. And then Norwich against Wolves. That's going to be a really difficult game for Norwich. Wolves are in a hot vein of form at the moment. And I think that Norwich will lose this game by 2-1, unfortunately. Taib says, Warren, our fan base haven't drunk milk from their mama's nipples. Give them donkey's milk, laugh out loud. Mate, that's hilarious. I love it. Oh, dear, oh, Lord. I love it. Yeah, thank you very much for that comment. That was hilarious. And the McManus says, look what Martinelli did in the short space of time when he was on the pitch. What's he got to do to get a start? If Arteta keeps benching him, I can see us losing Martinelli. That would be a disaster. Listen, mate, I remember Paul Merson making his debut for Arsenal, right? Years and years and years ago, I was on the North Bank and I was saying to all my mates who I was on the North Bank with, that bloke is going to be a top class striker for us. And they were laughing at me, saying, what are you talking about? He's rubbish. And I was going, you will see he's going to be superb. And he was. And I'm telling you now, I've got the same feeling about this Martinelli kid. But I think he'll go higher than the game than what Merson ever did. He could go as high as he wants to. And I'm talking levels. And you're going to laugh at me, I'm sure, when I say this. He could go as high as he possibly wants to. He could go, if with the right training, the right coaching and development, he could go and be one of the world's all-time greatest players. He really could. I think he has got the ability to do it. The kid is absolutely amazing. And the fact that Arteta is not playing him, I think is an absolute disgrace. And that in itself, for me, is a sackable offence. Ron, I hope you're cutting down on the tea and coffee, love. Mate, I've had a coffee this morning. I don't drink tea. I have had one, what was it I had? I had a cappuccino. That's one I like. I really like cappuccino with a little bit of chocolate dusting on top. So I had one of those this morning. So I'm a bit like hyped up, man. So yeah, hopefully we don't get any nutters coming in today, but we'll see. So let's see what's going on around the games, around the grounds. The games have kicked off. So, and yes. There's been a goal, and it's come at Anfield. And it's gone to Liverpool, and it's Diogo Jota has scored, and it's come in the first minute. So there you go. What can you say about that? Unbelievable stuff. The madness has started already. It's Liverpool 1, Southampton 0, and yeah, it's the madness has ensued. So let me quickly edit that. Put the score in. So it's Liverpool 1, Southampton 0. And that has got, like I say, that goal has come from Diogo Jota. So there you go, folks. Liverpool 1, Southampton 0. So, yeah, the madness has started already, following on from what happened last week. It got so bad. I don't know if you were both here last week. It got so bad, like one point. Well, not bad. It was great because I was loving it. There were so many goals flying in such a short space of time. I was flinging my arms up saying, I can't cope. It was madness. It was absolute madness, but I love it. I absolutely love it. So, yeah, Liverpool, like I say, they're leading 1-0. Let's look at the other games and see what's going on. So, Crystal Palace 0, Aston Villa 0. Let's see if we can see any information about that. So here's the match stats so far for Palace and Villa. It looks like Villa have got a lot of possession at the moment. What I'm going to do, I'm going to share this screen. I think that's a much better idea so you can see it as well. So let's get that up. Let me get that up for you guys. Hold on a sec. Yeah, I won't be a sec, guys. Just gonna make sure. I want to get this right. So here we go. Look, let's have a look at this. So yeah, looks like Villa are on top at the moment. They've had 2 shots, and no shots on target though, and 55% possession. Now, when I looked at it, it was something like 68%, but the game's only just started, to be fair. So that's probably why it's like that. Let's go to the Liverpool game. And the Liverpool game, well, not unsurprisingly, Liverpool have got, as we can see, 68% possession. They've had 3 shots, 1 on target. Southampton have had 32%, but they still managed to get a shot off. So, yeah. And that's really not surprising, I guess. And then let's look at the Norwich and Wolves game. Now, Norwich have had 46% possession. up against Wolves, 54%. Norwich have had 3 shots and none on target, and Wolves have had none on target and no shots. So Norwich are getting some shots away, so that's good for them. I'm sure my mate Mick will be happy with that. So one of my mates is actually at Liverpool game today. So at half time, I might see if I can give her a ring, and she's in the Cop End. I want to see if she can give us a brief update of what's going on. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see if we can get her on the phone. Although I'm not confident, because I understand that getting people on the phone and when they're inside Premier League grounds is a bit tricky. So because the coverage ain't the best. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. So nothing further's happening at the moment. Let's see if I can get it to show us some scores from other games around the country. So let's click on that. Click on football, scores and fixtures, and see if there's any other goals gone in anywhere else. There's no good goals in Scotland at the moment. And the Women's Football World Cup qualifiers, Czech Republic drew 2 each with the Netherlands. England defeated Austria by 1-0. And Championship, looks like earlier today, Preston North End drew 1-1 with Fulham. So that's a good result, I guess, for Fulham. Well, maybe they would have been looking to win that game. And the Swansea Reading game has got off to a flyer. Look at that. Swansea drawing 1-1 with Reading. And let's have a look, see if there's any other goals anywhere else. The game's have only just really started, to be honest. So, yeah, there's some women's international friendlies. USA beat Australia by 3-0. So no real surprises there. The USA, obviously the women's number 1 team in the world. South Korea beat the Kiwis by 2-1. And in the National League, Southend have taken an early lead away at Altrincham. And Woking have taken an early lead against Barnet to go 1-0 up. And Altrincham obviously losing at home 1-0 to Southend. And Yeovil Town are losing 1-0 away at home to Dover Athletic. So as Yeovil fans won't be too happy with that. I remember years ago going to watch Tunbridge Angels play against Yeovil. And in the FA Cup 4th qualifying round, Yeovil took an early 2-goal lead. Tunbridge clawed a goal back. And then halfway through the second half, a massive scrap broke out in the covered enclosure at Tunbridge's ground between the Tunbridge fans and the Yeovil fans, because Yeovil fans are notorious for not being able to take defeat, and Tunbridge were absolutely battering them, making chance after chance after chance, and they kept missing, unfortunately. And Tunbridge have got a really well supported non-league side. At that time, they were getting crowds of about, between how many, I'd say, 600-700 people, which is a lot for a side of that size in non-league football. So, yeah, there you go. That was a bit mad, really. So this is the FA Trophy. So, a lot of big games. York City are beating Blythe Spartans. York City, who famously knocked Arsenal out of the FA Cup, and Blythe Spartans, who had a big run in the team from the northeast of England, if I remember correctly. They once made it to the 5th round of the FA Cup, and they played a game, one of their games at St James's Park in Newcastle, I seem to remember when I was a kid. But yeah, so York City are beating them by 1-0. There's other games here from the Scottish Cup, and there's no goals there. Let's see if my boys Dunfermline and Athletic are playing today. We're certainly not playing at home, but they might be away, I guess. It doesn't look like it. Highland League, Lowland League. Yeah, anyway, so that's it. That's all the games up and down the country in the United Kingdom happening today. So, and it's still the only goal so far is the goal at Anfield between Liverpool and Crystal Palace. And there's been a disallowed goal at Anfield. Sadio Mane nearly gets the ultimate revenge. Nearly gets the ultimate revenge for being fouled as he rises to head in from the resulting free kick, but the flag is up against the forward. VAR assistant referee, VAR checks the goal. It's very tight, but he's just factually beyond the last defender. We stay at 1-0. So there you go. Very narrow margin there, but it sounds like they got the decision right. So it stays at Liverpool 1, Southampton 0. So there you go. That's the updates from around the ground. So let's see what's going on in the chat. And Taib says, Warren, I was glory hunter when I was younger, switching between Liverpool and Man United. But after all that, started supporting Arsenal because I always had a soft spot for them as a club. Good man, mate. Palace 2, Villa 0, Liverpool 4, Southampton 0, Norwich 0, Wolves 2, Brighton 1, Leeds 1. I probably got all those wrong, but never mind. No, that's what you think, mate. Thanks very much for putting those in. Anyone else we've got any predictions for today's game? Please put them in the chat. It'd be wild if we could do that. And Tony Blackwell's here. Good afternoon, Warren. Hope you're good. Yeah, I'm good, mate. Nice to see you. I saw you put a comment in Curtis Shaw's watch along earlier. So yeah, that was good. And Tony says, afternoon, everyone. And Taib Hussain says, oh, hello, Tony. How's it going? And Tony Blackwell says, hi, Taib. I'll tell you tomorrow, and I finish work at 6 a.m. Oh, mate. Have you got a... Tony, you don't work with Terry, do you? In the same company? Because I know he has to work overnight as well. And Taib says, laugh out loud, Tony. Don't fall asleep, though. Mate, I know that's really hard work because my mum used to work as a nurse doing nights, and yeah, she used to quite enjoy it, but you know, it was I know she used to find it quite hard work. And it's come to Selhurst Park, and it's gone to Aston Villa, and Matt Tangent has scored in 15 minutes. So there you go. Crystal Palace 0, Aston Villa 1. There you go. So there we have it. It's mayhem. It's mayhem. Let me just get that up. Yeah, so there you go. Look, see, Palace 0, Aston Villa 1. Matt Target. I have to get my eyes tested, man. That's terrible. So there you go. So far it's Palace 0, Aston Villa 1, Liverpool 1, Southampton 0, Norwich 0, Wolves 0. So there you go. We've had 2 goals already, and there's only 15 minutes gone. So this is going well, isn't it? Let's go back to the chat. Sleep, says Taib. And then Tony says, Warren, don't know if you agree, but watching the game earlier, would you say this is Arsenal's right level now? They're not setting the world on. They're not, mate. The first half, I completely agree with what Curtis said. It was an absolute snore fest. It was terrible. The second half was a little bit better. But Arteta's got to find a way to get Martinelli in that team, as far as I'm concerned, because when he came on, he was absolutely smashing it. Taiba says, my laptop is crap, laugh out loud. Oh no. I'm sorry to hear that, mate. Tony Blackwell says, I'll try not, Taib. Wouldn't be good whilst driving, laugh out loud. And Taib says, laugh out loud, Tony. And Taib says, when I was at school, most people were either a United fan or an Arsenal fan. Good times. Yeah, mate, you must have been at school during the late 90s then. During that year that United won the treble and Arsenal were going toe-to-toe with them in the league, and they knocked us out of the FA Cup. And I still reckon to this day, if we'd knocked them out in that FA Cup semi-final when Bergkamp missed that penalty, if we'd knocked them out, we would have gone on to win the treble that year. I'm absolutely confident of it. Excuse me, guys, because I think it smashed our confidence, and we ended up losing the league. We ended up losing. We ended up getting knocked out of the Champions League and everything else. So yeah, it wasn't good. And Taib says, "Yep." So what's going on here? What is happening here? Saints wide open. Gary Rose, the BBC reporter, is where is he? He's saying it seems like Southampton have tried to go toe-to-toe with Liverpool. They're 3 at the back and 3 in attack, but they're just so open, particularly down the flanks. Liverpool look like they could score with every attack, and unless Southampton adjust this could be a cricket score. Oh dear. So it looks like Southampton are making a big mistake with their tactics, that's for sure. Josh Sargent, they're reporting as well. Josh Sargent and Timo Pukki have looked lively for Norwich, but Wolves are dangerous on the break, and Billy Gilmour had to bring one counter-attack to a halt a moment ago. And Palace 0, Villa 1. The Rachel Brown Finnis, ex-England goalkeeper, on BBC Final Score is saying the pressure from Chieco Coyote and Conor Gallagher to go out and block the shot wasn't good enough. Patrick Vieira will be furious. It isn't perfect defending by any means. So yeah, let's see what the scores are. So it's still Palace 0, Villa 1, Liverpool 1, Southampton 0, and Norwich 0, Wolves 0. So let me just update the score. Let's put that back up and share. So there you go. That's the scores as they stand at the moment. And Tony Blackwell's saying Southampton borrowing the Arteta guide, how to play against Liverpool. Laugh out loud. Yeah. So Ralph Hasenhüttl, or whatever his name is, will probably try and have a scrap in a minute with Jurgen Klopp, and that will just put the top out on it. Dear me. Yeah, Tony, you're absolutely right, mate. It looks like they're all over the show. And Arsenal Alex says, afternoon, mate. Arteta out. Mate, did you see that game earlier? That first half, we were shocking. Absolute shocking. I completely agree with what Curtis said on his watch long when he said it was an absolute snore fest. It was dreadful. And for me, Arteta has got to find a way to get Martinelli in that team, because when he come on, he lit the game up. He really did. Taib says, hello, Alex. And Arsenal Alex says, free Martinelli. Yeah, absolutely, mate. 100%. And by the way, everyone, Arsenal Alex has got a fantastic YouTube channel. Please go and subscribe to him and go and check out his videos. He's a top gooner. He's not a fan of Mikel Arteta, I can tell you that. He's got similar opinions to me about the fella. So, yeah, go and check him out. Show him some love and subscribe to him. Share his videos around and put likes on his videos and watch his, what do you call it? His playlist, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, that'd be fantastic. Taib Hussein says, I wish Arsenal had a replacement in place for Arteta, for fuck's sake. Laugh out loud. Yeah, man, I would as well. I wanted him to go out on loan. I'd like us to send him out on loan to you know, a National League side or something like that. But I don't think any National League side would want him, to be quite honest. Arsenal Alex says, I hate the football we play. Yeah, man, it's dire. Absolutely dire. And cheers, mate, says Arsenal Alex. You're welcome, buddy, anytime. Subscribe to Warren now, says Arsenal Alex. Thank you, Arsenal Alex. And Hi Hussein says, Mickey Mouse Arteta, give him some rat poison and move him on. Laugh out loud. Yeah, Mikel Mouse. Yeah, I christened him with that name the other day, didn't I? Mikel Mouse. Jesus. He's terrible. He really is. Honestly, I just can't understand what these people see in him. I really don't. So let's see what's going on here. See what's going on in the games. And it's still the same as it was before. Palace 0, Villa 1, Liverpool 1, Southampton 0, Norwich 0, Wolves 0. Let's see. There's something's happening. We're just getting. Looks like we're going to get an update. It's come from the Palace Villa game. Christian Benteke rises highest in the box to meet Tyrese Mitchell's cross, but can only steer his effort over. Villa go straight down the other end. Ashley Young curls a tame effort into Vicente Guayata's gloves at the far post. And yeah, so it's been a bit of, in comparison to last week, it's been a bit of a slow start. So it's just under 28 minutes gone, and it's Palace 0, Villa 1, Liverpool 1, Southampton 0, Norwich 0, Wolves 0. And Old School Gunners in. All right, Warren. He says, "Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm good, man. Recovering from that Arsenal performance earlier. Old school gunner. Hello, mate. Says Taib. And McManus says, Mikel are wanker. Excellent. Getting this clown out of our club. Yeah, all together now. What was it I was going to say? Sorry, guys. I missed the thing there. Get out of our club. Get out of our club. Mikel Arteta. Get out of our club. And old school gunner says, how's life? I'm good, buddy. How are you? All right, Taib. And the man of sense, yes, old school. How are you, mate? And Taib Hussein says, all good. Old school gunner says, I'm alive and kicking. That's good to hear, buddy. Back in my hometown. Yeah, I know, man. And I hope that they're starting to treat you a bit better and things are starting to move for you. Email me the link. You want to come on? No problem, mate. I'll do that in a minute. Let me just finish reading through these comments and I'll email it to you. Tony Blackwell says, Eddie Howe on a hiding to nothing with that Newcastle squad. When Martinelli scored that class goal, you could just see his expression. What the WTF have I got myself involved? Laugh out loud. Yeah, I think he's beginning to realise the same as Antonio Conte that he might have bitten off the more than he will chew. I will come on. Okay, mate. Just give me 2 secs. Let me get this up to date. Old school gunner says, hi, McManus. And Tony Blackwell says, afternoon, old school and Arsenal Alex. Old school gunner says, I watched your new vid. And Tony Blackwell says, afternoon, McManus. And old school gunner says, yes, I do. I hope West Ham win the Europa League. Imagine that. Laugh out loud, says Taib. And I think they will. I really do. I think that's nailed on. And unless they do something stupid, I think that's nailed on. The McManus sense, old school gunner, thanks for the watch of the new vid, mate. Yeah, I'm going to go and watch that later. I've been really busy this morning, McManus, getting ready for this and working on another video that I'm going to put out in a couple of days. Tony Blackwell, Taib, we can win it, I believe. Good man, Tony. I think you will as well. The Newcastle owners are all crooks, says Taib. Yeah, there's something not right about that ownership. Tony Blackwell says, at Tony Blackwell, good afternoon, buddy. How's it going, says the McManus sense. Taib was saying, Tony, Moyes needs to be backed in January. He does. Just if they strengthen in January, it's going to be fine. And I could see them getting Champions League through the league and also winning the Europa League. And Tony says, all good, thanks, McManus. Right. And McManus says, no worries, Warren. You're welcome, buddy. I'll put a comment in, put a like on it, and I'll see if I can share it around to some other people as well. So there you go. Right, let's get an old school gunner on. So let's do that. And I'm just going to... Yeah, I'm just forwarding this to... Hold on, mate. Sorry, that went a bit wrong there. Hold on a sec. Right, old school. I've just emailed the link to your email address. So just hop on whenever you feel ready. Tony Blackwell says he will be tied. Mind you, saw an article yesterday that the Czech owner, if he buys West Ham, then either West Ham or Sparta face being dropped. I don't know how true that is. I don't know, but I think there's some rule about you're not allowed to have shares in more than one club or something. I don't know, but I remember years ago, Davashuka had, when he was playing at Arsenal, had shares with Manchester United. Whether that was true or not, I really don't know. Old School Gunner says your live stream is cooking, Warren. Big up yourself. Thank you, man. I like this stream. I enjoy it. Old School Gunners, I will join and continue watching. Beef up your watch hours a bit. Thank you, buddy. Watch my Old School Gunner playlist, lads. Drive up my watch hours. You know you want to. Yeah, make sure you, if you haven't done it already, subscribe to that Old School Gunner geezer. Make sure you go and subscribe to him, watch his videos, watch his playlist, share his content around. He's a top man, massive gooner, and another one who's not impressed with Mikel Arteta. So, yeah, show some love and let's get him rocking and rolling more than what he already is, because he is absolutely rocking it. And the McManus sense says, "Come on, Old School Gunner, where are you? Come on, let's be having you." Nice one, McManus. I like it. Right, let's go and check out what's going on. See if there's been any more goals in any of the games. Right, so I'm just trying to find if there's been any more action. And yeah, let's. And there's been a goal, and it has come at Anfield. Let's see what's going on. Let me just. It's gone to Liverpool, and Diogo Jota has scored his second goal of the game in the 32nd minute. It's now Liverpool 2, Southampton 0. And it looks like Liverpool might be dishing out the same treatment to Southampton as they did to us last week. So let's see what's happening. So, yeah, Stephen Warnock, former England defender on BBC Final Score, is saying it's so difficult to defend against Liverpool. Get 2 against 1 down the sides, and it results in simple tap-ins. So it sounds like it sounds like they went down the flanks and they created a tap-in. So, hello, Old School. How are you, sir?
I'm live. I'm good, man. I'm good. How's life?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. It looks like there might have been another goal. There has been a goal. Hold on a second, buddy. There's been another goal.
Oh.
Exactly, mate. Let's see. God, where's that gone?
That could be gone anywhere, Warren. That could be gone
I
anywhere.
know, man.
Let me help you out here with my technical, my buddy. My buddy will help me out.
Right, hold on. Here we go.
Excuse me.
And it's now Liverpool 3, Southampton 0. And Thiago has scored. And they're 3-0 up. So it looks like Southampton are getting the same treatment as Arsenal got last week.
It's all over. It's all over bar the shouting, Warren. It's all over bar the shouting.
Have they got a Champions League game next week?
Jeez, I don't know.
Because if they have, I could see them making some substitutions at half time and trying to stay.
They're flying, though. They're flying.
Oh, they are, aren't they? It's actually quite scary, really, when you think about it.
Nah,
So.
Nah, they're going good. They're going good.
Yeah. So let's see what's going on with the chat. Tony Blackwell says 3-0 Liverpool. The McManus sense Liverpool are on fire. Yeah, Liverpool on fire. Liverpool are on fire. Your defence is terrified, and the fireworks are booming. So there we go. It's all going well.
Liverpool have a great team, Warren.
They do, mate.
They have a great team, Warren. I mean,
yeah, not like us, man.
It's not just because they hammered us. They have a great team.
Did you see the game earlier?
No, I was in the city with the wife. I just got home. I was out and about in the city.
Mate, it was dire.
Was it? I'm gonna watch it later on Match of the Day. The highlights. We'll see.
Yeah, it was. The first half was awful. But absolutely shocking. And watch out for Aaron Ramsdale's save in the first half. He made another absolute belter of a save. If that had gone in, we would have gone in at half time 1-0 down, and then I would have liked to have seen what happened.
Who took the shot? Who did he save it from?
John Chovy.
Yeah, I read about that. I was checking the score when I was in the city there. I was checking on my phone. John Joe Shelby, he had a rocket. It's lucky Ramsdale saved it, you know.
Exactly, yeah.
It's a good win at least, Warren. At least we got the 3 points.
Well, that's it. We needed the 3 points after what happened last week.
You know, fuck Arteta. At least we got the 3 points.
Yeah, exactly. Because it was that last week was awful.
They have a good team though, Warren. You know, but the performance was bad.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that what annoyed me about it is we didn't even put a glove on them. We
didn't even score again.
No, I mean, I would have preferred to go out there and get done 6-7 and like have a go at them and just like do what we did and just sit there and like soak it up like that. It's embarrassing, man.
Warren, they blew us off the park. They blew us off the field completely. They hammered us.
How long before, Tony Blackwell says, how long before Hassan Hootle squares up to clock and sticks his arms out, waiting for someone to grab it? Arteta tactics, page 3, paragraph 4. Yeah, but you're forgetting about subsection 2, Tony. Have a look around, make sure you got your crew with you before you do it. Mate, that was embarrassing.
Arteta is a...
I watched the game earlier, says the McManus sense. If I'm honest, I would rather watch paint dry, but it's 3 points at least. The second half was better, to be honest, especially when he brought Martinelli on. Saka scored a good goal, and I'm pleased for the lad because he's been struggling for form, in my opinion, of late. So that hopefully will do his confidence a bit of good. So, yeah, it was good. McManus, it wasn't the greatest. game to watch. Even a
3 points for 3 points in the bag.
It's 3 points. That's all that matters. And Tony Blackwell puts laughing emojis in. So yeah. What about tomorrow? What does everyone think about the games that are coming up tomorrow? Some big games tomorrow as well, you know.
I think Chelsea are going to wipe the floor with Man United, if that's what you're asking me.
Yeah, I do.
I think Chelsea are going to wipe the floor with them.
Yeah,
that's my opinion.
See what the fixtures are tomorrow. Just remind
Chelsea are going to get. It's going to be a massacre. Well, there's a lot of games tomorrow.
There is a lot of games.
A lot of games. There's like 5 games tomorrow.
Yeah. So we've got Brentford and Everton.
Mm.
We've got Burnley and Tottenham. Leicester against Watford. Man City against West Ham. I'm really looking forward to that. I'm going to see if I can watch that one. And then Chelsea against Man United.
Chelsea are going to stuff United.
Some really good games there, you know.
City are going to beat West Ham. My opinion. Leicester, Watford, I can't call it, to be honest. Watford are on a crest of a wave at the moment.
Yeah,
I fancy Watford to do something in that game. They're riding on a crest of a wave.
Watford are really inconsistent, and Leicester, they're not playing well at all. So I don't know. It's a bit difficult to say, really.
Watford are a dangerous team. I mean, big up themselves. They've got it going on.
Yeah.
I wouldn't like to play them right now. They're ruthless. And when they hit 1, they hit 3. They score a lot of goals. I mean, they're quite a good team in the last 20 minutes.
Who's that, mate?
Watford. I wouldn't like to play them. They're very good.
They scored 3 at Goodison Park, didn't they, a few weeks ago? In the last 5 minutes or something.
And they absolutely annihilated United. They hammered United off the field. 4-1, wasn't it? Yeah, 4-1.
Yeah.
When they hit the second goal, they hit 4. You know what I mean? They cut loose completely.
I'm worried about Everton. I watched the highlights of that game at the Etihad.
Well, I think Brentford are going to beat them. Brentford have a decent side.
Dreadful. Huh?
And I think Chelsea are going to wipe the floor with United. And we'll see.
I think they will as well. See, the thing
Chelsea
is,
have a great team.
That fella that United have just appointed as interim manager, his first game in charge is going to be against us at Old Trafford. So that'll be interesting because I think he's going to school Arteta. I really do. That geezer. Did you hear what Jurgen said?
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Did you hear what Jurgen said? The rest of the league need to be worried.
Yeah, because the top class manager is going to one of our rivals. Those were his exact words. I did a couple of live streams yesterday. Not plugging my channel. This is about you, Warren. But I did a couple of live streams yesterday, and I was checking out about this guy, about Ralph. And what they were saying about him, he revolutionized German football. And the pressing technique that Jurgen Klopp uses came from him. Now, he's managed Hoffenheim. He's managed Leipzig. Now he's at Moscow. He's only going to be interim coach until they find someone else at the end of the season. Then he's going to be staying on in maybe a consultation role for United for 2 years. But this guy, he knows his football. And when Jurgen Klopp says that it's a real negative thing for the other Premier League sides that he is coming to United, you better believe it. The guy is there his organisation. Of course, he's a German, the stereotype, but he's very good at organising the team. I honestly think he's going to get one over Mikel Arteta, going back to your point. That's what I wanted to say.
No, I think
he's going to show up. His first game in charge, he's going to show up Mikel Arteta. I can see it.
What's the betting Ronaldo is going to score against us?
Ronaldo?
Mm-hmm.
Well, with the way Tomiyasu is playing at the moment, it's not exactly hard, is it? You just swing your leg at the ball and the ball goes in. He just needs to swing his leg at the ball and the ball is going to go in. Well, Ramsdale will have something to say about that because Ramsdale is not easily beaten. He's quite a good goalkeeper. So to beat Ramsdale, you've got to pull something out of the top drawer. I mean, it's got to be an Eric Cantona finish, 30 yards out, in off the other side of the post. It's got to be that, you know? It's not easy to beat Ramsdale these days. Another clean sheet today. He's always got a good save in him. He always produces it. Against Liverpool, he didn't bottle it, Warren. He didn't bottle it against Liverpool. He played to his potential. He played to his ability. He wasn't like the rest of them. Knobbly knees, shaking legs, nervy on the ball. He didn't bottle it, Warren. He didn't. He stood up and he was counted. The rest of them.
I'm interested to hear what you think about this business about Arsene Wenger coming back to Arsenal. Because I've got a theory.
No comment.
It might be a bit controversial, but I have got a theory.
You think he's in love with Mikel Arteta? You think they're having like a gay relationship? That's cool. I can dig it, but just go somewhere else and do it. Not at our club. You know what I mean?
I think that Mikel Arteta knows that he's out of his depth and he doesn't know how to get the team firing going forward. Right? Because those statistics about our attacking play are absolutely shocking. They're terrible. Honestly, 19th in the table for this, 19th in the Premier League for that. Mate, it is awful. And I think he wants to bring him in because he wants to pick his brains and he knows he's out of his depth and he wants to see if he can get Arsene Wenger to get the team firing going forward, because we're not doing it. And the first half today as well, it was shocking. I think we had 2 shots on target in the whole first half. It was terrible. Really was bad. So I don't know.
That's what you see, Warren. Yeah.
I think that's what it's all about, because otherwise it doesn't make any sense. What's he going to do? Sit and make cups of tea for the players while they're out training? What's it all about?
I don't know why he's talking about former. I don't know. I understand your point, and maybe it is something to do with that, because why else would a manager of a club talk about a former manager in that way? Because you talk about him respectfully, what a great manager Arsene Wenger was, but you don't talk about him coming back. I mean, when you're the manager, it's like weakness. I mean, what's his deal? And I mean to say, like, today you're telling me about the game. Yeah, I was in the city with the wife, and I'm going to check the highlights later. But you're saying we didn't have many chances in the first half. That's the whole problem. We're not scoring goals, like you say. Maybe he wants to help him get the team firing. But against Liverpool, against Chelsea, against Man City, we got absolutely stuffed by those 3 teams.
Yeah. Well, we did.
Newcastle, we can win it. Against Newcastle, we can get a 2-0. But against a decent team, if we want to ever compete, Warren, we're going to have to get points against these teams.
Yeah.
This season is worse than last.
Call my friend who's a Liverpool fan. She's at the match.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Yeah, no.
Everyone's got to cross the bear, Warren, you know.
Call her and see if she can give us an update about what's going on at Anfield. Let me see if I can get her.
You're a man with connections, Warren. You're a man with connections.
You might not get an answer, because apparently signals in the grounds are really bad. She probably can't hear us.
Got to get the pork pie.
Huh? No, it's not going to work.
Got to get the pork pie.
I just wanted to see if she could give us an update about the game, see what's going on. She must be over the moon. They're 3-0 up, half time. Jesus Christ. What do you think the score's going to be?
3 points in the bag, Warren. It's 3 points in the bag already.
Yeah, exactly. They don't have to do anything else. Do you know what I mean?
3 points in the bag,
6 to 7.
3 points in the bag. So I'm watching you as I'm taking part in this too, yeah. I have it open in another window, and I'm watching you.
Thank you very much, mate.
That's okay, just to beef up the watch hours, just to beef up the channel a bit.
Yeah, man. I put a lot of short videos out this morning. That was, I just thought it'd be interesting to do that. Warren, doing around the grounds now, laugh out loud. Mate, I really want to do that. I want at half time, I want to be able to go around the grounds. If I know someone that's at the ground, I want to see if I can get them on to give us like an update on what's going on. I think that'd be really cool to someone come on and go, yeah, Liverpool doing this and that. We're playing really well. Blah, blah, blah. I think that'd be really cool if we could get someone who's actually at the game to come on and give their opinion. Thank you, Old School. Warren is a man of many talents. Yeah, so
You're like Paul Daniels, Warren. You remember Paul Daniels, Warren? You're like Paul Daniels.
And his assistant, was it her name? Something McGee or something?
Debbie McGee.
That's it, yeah.
Wow, she's a fine woman still, Warren. She's still a fine bit of stuff.
Right.
Wow, I saw her on TV. I saw her on TV this week. She's still got it, man.
Looking well.
Warren, I'm not going to say I know what would happen if you saw her, man. I'm going to keep it clean there. But if you looked at her, Warren, there'd be, you know what I mean? There'd be. I'm not going to say it. Check it out. I'm going to keep it clean.
Yeah. Right. So let's have a look at some of the other scores around the country. So in the Scottish Premiership, it's Dundee 2, Motherwell 0, Hart Midlothian 0, St Mirren 0, Ross County 0, Dundee United 0, and St Johnstone 1, Hibs 0. And that's all half-time scores. And then in the Championship, at half-time, all these are half-time scores, by the way. It's Birmingham City 0, Blackpool 0, AFC Bournemouth 1, Coventry City 0, Huddersfield Town 0, Middlesbrough 2, Hull City 1, Millwall 1, Luton Town 0, Cardiff City 1, Peterborough United 0, Barnsley 0, Stoke City 0, Blackburn Rovers 0, Swansea 1, Reading 2. League 1, AFC Wimbledon 0, Fleetwood Town 1, Bolton Wanderers 1, Cheltenham Town 2. That won't go down with Stumpeg, bless her. Burton Albion 0, Doncaster Rovers 0, Cambridge United 1, Sunderland 2, Gillingham 0, Portsmouth 0, Morecambe 0, Milton Keynes Dons 2, Oxford United 0, Rotherham United 0, Plymouth Argyle 1, Wigan 1, Sheffield Wednesday 0, Wickham 1, Shrewsbury Town 0, Charlton Athletic 0, Lincoln 0, Accrington Stanley 0. Who are they? And then League 2, Carlisle United 0, Walsall 0, Crawley Town 0, Mansfield Town 1, Forest Green Rovers 1, Bristol Rovers 0, Northampton Town 1.
Hey, I'm back. Sorry, I took myself out of the stream there because I had to do something and then I did it wrong.
Never mind,
My apologies.
don't worry. So,
My apologies.
Forest Green Rovers 1, Bristol Rovers 0, Northampton 1, Leyton Orient 0, Port Vale 1, Hartlepool United 0, Rochdale 0, Exeter 0, Salford City 1, Oldham Athletic 0, Scunthorpe 1, Bradford 0, Sutton United 1, Barrow 0, and Swindon 0, Harrogate Town 1. And that's about it. Let's go through any big highlights in the National League. Southend are winning 2-0 at Altrincham.
The mighty Stockport County are winning 1-0. Stockport County. The mighty Stockport County.
Yeah. I'm following them in the FA Cup now. Torquay 0, Halifax Town 1, Wilston 0, Stockport County 1. Before next week, I'm going to do a video previewing their FA Cup tie, so that should be a bit of a hoot. Woking 1, Barnet 1, Wrexham 1, Bromley 0, and Yeovil Town 1, Dover Athletic 1. Yeovil Town 0, Dover Athletic 1. So, yeah, there you go. And there's a lot of games today in the FA Trophy. So, yeah, there you go, folks. Oh, yeah, one of my old clubs, Maidstone United 0, Billericay Town 1.
Ah.
Yeah. I used to go around following them around the country when they were in the Football League. That was wild, mate. I'm telling you. Yeah, absolutely wild.
I wanted to ask you, Warren, did you hear about Karim Benzema, the whole situation there?
Yeah, I did. I saw your video about the sex tape and all the rest of it.
Yeah, what was he doing? I mean, what the hell was that man doing? I mean,
God knows.
They found him guilty, Warren. They found him guilty for a reason, because he is guilty. The evidence doesn't lie.
I thought he got proven guilty a long time ago. When it first happened, that's why he got dropped from the French squad.
Yeah, he got dropped because it was under investigation, but it's taken so long. That was back in 2015. It's taken so long to get it. I don't understand it. Man, like 6 years later. I mean, he's a friend of nobody.
The wheels of justice, they grind and turn really slowly, man.
He's a scumbag. The wheels of justice would be turning a lot quicker if it was me, because the next time he'd see me, I'd have a mask on. And it wouldn't be COVID. It wouldn't be a mask covering here. Exactly, it would be the body.
I think
next time he'd see me, all he sees is my eyes.
Mate, I think you'd be using your equipment from that cupboard in Venezuela, in Caracas.
Yeah.
Mate.
You know what I mean? I got firearms experience, lads. I got firearms experience. Yeah, but I mean, his attitude, man.
I used to work. I've got a story for you, right? I'm not going to mention the guy's name because I don't think that's fair. But I used to work with this fella, a famous Irish man who got falsely imprisoned, right, by the British government. And we used to have like an air rifle in back of Conway House. And he thought it'd be funny one day to pull it out on me, point it at me. Now, the manager of Conway House lifted the floor off him. He just, put that down now! What are you doing? It was hilarious. Absolutely.
Anything can happen. Anything can happen when you point a firearm like that at someone, you know.
Yeah,
even though it's just an air rifle. Anything can happen when you do that. It's like, no. Whoa.
But he was a lovely fella, mate. One of the nicest people you could ever meet. Really,
Irish people are generally okay, you know. We're just
he was sound, mate. He was absolutely sound. He used to come to my office and he used to do all the IT support for us. So if we had a problem with the IT, he would he'd come and sort it all out and fix it and whatnot. I remember I said to him one day, listen, where did you learn to do all this stuff? And he goes, inside. So, do you know what I mean? Top fella. I really, really liked him. He was sound.
Yeah.
He was
Irish people are generally like that.
Huh?
Irish people are generally like that. Our bark is worse than our bite. You know what I mean? When you first meet us, we come across as being a bit brash and outspoken. We're very outspoken. I mean, I've got myself into numerous situations because of it. We're very outspoken. But our bark is worse than our bite. There was a lot of
barking going on in that company, mate, I can tell you. Especially in that Conway House place. Because it was all it was staffed. 95% of the staff in there were young Irish males. Like, because it was a male hostel. Do you know what I mean? And it would kick off all the time, you know?
Irish guys can be cheeky. I mean, they can be cheeky. We push it right up to, you know, we push it a bit too far sometimes, and sometimes we get what we deserve. But Irish guys can be cheeky, but we're friendly. I mean, if you have a problem, you can count on us. We're not the guys that are going to hide in the kitchen when there's a problem out in the restaurant. You know what I mean? We're not that kind of guy. We're guys
that's my
that
experience.
stand beside you.
The only thing is, mate, there was this guy who worked there. He was an ex-priest, and everyone hated him, right? And he showed me around the hostel when I first started working for the company, and he was just unbelievable, mate. He took me to every single floor, to every type of room they had. So he showed me a double room on the first floor, on the second floor, on the third floor, fourth floor, right? There were no difference between any of the rooms. It was just that I was on different floors. By the end of it, I had a headache. One of the women who was working in the offices had to give me some headache tablets. And he turned around to me.
I thought you were going to say something else there.
He said, he said to me, right, Warren, what you've got to understand is that every Irish man's got an Irish mother. What? What are you talking about? But there you go. That was wild. So anyway, let's get some of these chats sorted out.
Let's get back into the chats. Nobody is chatting now. What's the problem? Someone needs to chat. There's no chats. Come on, chat.
Old School Gunner says, I'm back, Warren. Yes. I don't know what happened. I didn't even know you'd gone.
That was me.
So my man of sense says, that would be fantastic, Warren. I can't even remember what we were talking about. I think I know what he's talking about. He's talking about getting the people on at half time to give updates.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's a good idea. It's a good idea.
It would be. I think it would be pretty cool. Do you know what I mean? I'd love it. So looks like second half has started. Well, it should have started. It should have been 5 minutes in by now. Let's see what's going on. Southampton make changes for the second half. Nathan Redmond and Nathan Teller come on for Shay Adams and Jan Bednarek, if that's how you say his name. I tell you, some of the names in that Southampton team, they're wild. They really are.
I think he's a Polish guy, Bednarek. I think he's Polish.
Right, look at this. They've got this thing up. I'm sharing the screen, right? Fastest to 150 goals straight assists, right? And it says Alan Shearer, 148 games. Thierry Henry in 163. Mo Salah in 171. Sergio Aguero in 181. And Harry Kane in 191. That's impressive. So it just shows you the quality of that man, that Mo Salah. Do you know what I mean?
It shows you the quality of Alan Shearer.
Yeah, Alan Shearer, Thierry Henry, Mo Salah.
Yeah, Shearer was different class, Warren. My God.
He was, man. He was lethal.
He just tormented you. He was just in the air, on the ground, and he used to hit the ball, Warren. He used to really hit it. I mean, smash it.
I know a couple of people who can't stand him. I do respect why they don't like him.
Yeah, me too. I know the way he is, the way he comes across, but you can't say anything about his ability as a player. He has a right to be a little bit arrogant. He's a bit arrogant,
right?
But he knows football, Warren.
There's two reasons why these people don't like him. One, because they think he's a thug, right? And I've got some sympathy for that. The second reason, this mate of mine, he's a massive England fan, and he said to me for years and years and years, that man is holding England back. He's too one-dimensional. We can't change the way that we play with him playing up front. And I could see what he meant, because I think England can't change. They couldn't. They had to play a certain way with him playing up front. So yeah, I sort of agree with that. But I always remember that incident. I can't remember who it was, but Alan Shearer kicked someone in the head, right, before a World Cup, and he was going to get disciplined for the FA over it. And he turned round to the English FA and said, "You discipline me, I'm not going to the World Cup." Do you know what I mean? So
yeah.
But yeah, he's a lethal finisher.
Warren, he's an incredible forward. I mean, I know what you're saying, and he's also arrogant, Warren. He's very arrogant. He thinks a lot of himself. But I mean, he knows football, Warren, and he doesn't.
He does.
When he gives his opinions, he knows what he's talking about. He's played the game.
Did you ever watch any of the videos from True Geordie?
No.
Mate, you need to watch his channel. It's fantastic. He sort of he was like one of the old school YouTubers, right?
Old school. Yeah, I can.
Yeah. And he's been on YouTube for donkey's years, and his channel just went wild, right? He was able to go and buy like £200,000 houses. He was able to buy supercars, fast women, all sorts of stuff. And then it just crashed, and now he's built himself back up again. But he did an interview with Alan Shearer. Mate, that interview is superb. It really is. So anyone who hasn't seen it, go and watch the True Geordie's interview with Alan Shearer, because it is fantastic.
Check it out.
Yeah,
check it out.
So McMahon says, so where do you guys see us finishing this season? Me personally. Oh, hold on. Yeah, and Virgil van Dijk. So that's now Liverpool 4. Virgil van Dijk has scored in the 55th minute by the looks of it.
Let me just come back out here now.
Yes, Liverpool 4, Southampton 0.
52nd minute. 52nd minute.
Yeah, 52nd minute. So it's Liverpool 4, Southampton 0. So yeah, as I said earlier on, Liverpool are giving out the same treatment to Southampton as what we got last week. So
it's easier for them. I'm sure it's a little bit easier than Arsenal, but we didn't turn up at the game. Yeah, we didn't turn up. But I was telling people after the Liverpool defeat, and I'm not making excuses for Mikel Arteta because I want him out of the club. But Liverpool have a team. So people were really down about the defeat to Liverpool.
But
people are down about the defeat to Liverpool, Warren. They have a team. I mean, they have a real team.
Like this, right? If I was to get in a boxing ring with Mike Tyson, and I wouldn't, but if I did, I wouldn't just like try and avoid any of his punches and whatnot. I'd want to have a go. If I was going to get knocked out, I'd want to have a go. Do you know what I mean? And put a few punches.
You want to leave a mark on him, yeah. You want to leave a mark on the
I'm not going to just lay down and let him destroy me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think that's what Arsenal did. They went up there with a really negative mindset, which doesn't surprise me with that manager that we got. To answer your question, McManus, I think we're going to finish 9th or 10th at best.
Me too. Top 10.
Yeah.
And when I say top 10, I mean between 8th position and 10th position. I think we'll finish between 8th and 10th, around that area. Top 5, not a chance. Not a chance.
Brighton v Leeds later. That's going to be a boring game. Absolutely, Tony. I will not be watching that one. That's for sure. But having said that, it will probably be a 6-all draw or something.
I hope Leeds that they win this one for Gary Speed. Yesterday was the 10th anniversary of Gary Speed's death.
No way, really? I was talking to one of my mates that the other day.
26th of November, 2011.
Yeah.
Yesterday was the 10th anniversary. So I hope they go out and they win it for him.
Which
You know what
one's
I mean?
that? Which team?
Leeds.
Which team are you talking about, Old School?
Leeds.
Leeds. Yeah.
He played for Leeds. Yeah.
Didn't he? Did he manage? He managed the Welsh national team, wasn't he? Right?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Because I was talking to one of my
He was
best mates.
managing them. He was managing them when he played.
Yeah, he's an athletics coach, right? And he knows a lot of the top athletes. And I took one of his friends, who shall remain nameless, who was staying at Daryl's. We went out drinking the night before, and then the next day I took him to Gatwick Airport, and the M25 got shut. We had to take the back streets, and it was touch and go when he was going to get his flight to go to Mexico, because he was going there for altitude training, and he was going, dodge inside that one, cut that one up. Honestly, mate, it was wild. The poor guy was so stressed, but we managed to get him in there on time for his flight. So Tony Blackwell has asked for our predictions for tomorrow's game. So I'm just going to read out the fixtures and tell him my predictions. Brentford against Everton. I think it's going to be a draw, possibly a 2-2 draw. Burnley against Tottenham.
Brentford are going to win.
Yeah. What do you reckon? What score, mate?
Spurs will win. Spurs will win. 3-1.
3-1. Burnley against Tottenham. I think Burnley are going to win 2-1. Right?
Spurs will win.
What do you reckon, Skool?
I think Spurs are going to win.
You think they're going to win? How many?
Unfortunately. Yeah, I think Spurs are going to win. 3-1.
Because Burnley
3-1.
have been playing well of late. Leicester and Watford, I think it'd be a 1-1 draw.
I think Watford will win. Well, that's my opinion.
Manchester
well
City against West Ham, right? I've got a feeling about West Ham winning that one. I think West Ham are going to win it 2-1.
2-0 City.
And then finally, Chelsea against Manchester United. Right? Chelsea,
6-0
Man
Chelsea.
United. 3-0
6-0 Chelsea. 6-0. Half time, 6-0.
Can you imagine?
They're going to batter them, man, and they're going to batter them.
Please.
I'm telling you.
Listen,
they've got some serious players.
I don't know if you can get TalkSport Radio where you are in Cork, right?
I can.
All week, day in, day out, from morning till night, all they've been talking about is United, right? I'm sick of hearing about it. And I tell you, if they get absolutely pumped, they will make it even worse. They will not stop. It's just been ridiculous. Some fella sent a message in saying to them, I thought this was TalkSport Radio, not Talk Man United Radio.
I don't know why, but they're intent on like kissing up to Man United. I don't know why they do that. Like,
so this is Luca's life. Big up. Hi, Luca. How you doing, mate?
Hi, Luca.
Luca, can I just say,
welcome along to my channel, Luca. Welcome along to my channel.
Yeah, I'm absolutely fuming about the way that UEFA have done this draw for the World Cup playoffs. How the two best teams in that qualifying tournament for the World Cup, how they both can be drawn against in the same half of the same part of the draw. They're going to play each other in the final for the. It is mad.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
No, but it's random, right? It's random.
Is it?
Yeah, but you're saying it should be kept apart. Maybe
I reckon they should have done it on ranking, seeded them.
But you're talking about Portugal and Italy. Yeah,
Portugal and Italy, man.
Yeah.
If it's random and it's whatnot like that, maybe some excuse. But if they've done that deliberately, Jesus. Respect for that, Old School Gunner. Rest in peace. Gary Speed taken too early. Nice. Tony Blackwell. Absolutely, man.
Poor Gary Speed, you know.
Yeah, bless him. That's awful. Right. So let's see what's going on with these matches, because it looks like there hasn't been any goals apart from the Liverpool one so far in this second half.
Yeah. Man, Liverpool, who do you think is going to win the league, Warren? Guys, everybody out there watching, put in the comments who you think is going to win the league. I know it's November. I know it's not March. But who do you think is going to win the league? It's going to be tough.
I'll tell you who ain't going to win it.
Arsenal.
Arsenal.
And we're never going to win it again,
seriously,
Warren. We're never going to win it again.
Chelsea. I hate saying it, but I think
they're good though.
I said it at the beginning of last season, right, when they spent all that money and all those players. They spent something like £200 million bringing all those players in, and people go, yeah, they're going to win the league. And I was going, no, they won't. They need time to bed them all in, but watch next season, watch them fly, and they are.
So now they have Lukaku. Now they got Lukaku for 100 mil. They're going good, yeah. They're going good. Have a good shape.
He's injured. Is he still out injured?
I think so.
He hasn't played for weeks, has he?
Yeah, he's injured, I'm sure. But they have a good team, Warren. They have a good shape. They have a good manager, and they play extremely. The thing I noticed with Chelsea, right? City are like non-stop attack. Chelsea, they go through phases. It's when Chelsea.
If Manchester City are in touching distance of Chelsea in January, and they go out and get Harry Kane or a world-class striker, I reckon City will win it. But if they don't, then they'll be in the top three. But they're not going to win it unless they buy a world-class striker.
You know what the thing is about Chelsea, though? Like I was trying to say there, they go through phases in a game. They have a very quiet period, and when they're quiet, they explode into life. They hit you for 3 goals. It's like a calm before the storm. They're kind of going through the gears, Chelsea. They don't look too dangerous. There's nothing happening. The next minute, they just come alive and they blow you off the field. And that's that. It's like that with them. Where City are like constantly attacking. Chelsea go through periods of kind of quietness. But in 10 minutes, they can just blow you off the field. And that's it over. That's it then. It's like that with them.
Tony Blackwell's just said he still has Chelsea as winners with Liverpool just behind. I think you might be right.
I think Spurs are going to win the league.
Huh?
I think Tottenham are going to do it. This year is finally going to be this year.
That's not...
Listen to the old school gunner. I think Spurs, it's finally going to be this year.
Mate,
no more black and white TV highlights. No more black and white TV highlights. Everything in HD for them now. They're still looking back to the black and white TV, the last time they won the title, and all the black and white footage of them celebrating. Now they're going to have it in HD. You know what I mean? I think it's going to be great for Spurs.
What you don't know
it's going to be this year.
I've got a woman here with me, right? Who knows a bit about football, and she's a doctor. And she's just making a phone call because she's got a colleague, right, who works in Cork. And she's asking her to come round and see you and do an assessment on your mental state.
Try to find me. Try to find me, baby.
Exactly, you know what I mean? Mate. She thinks you've lost the plot.
You know what? I'm actually living in the city centre now while I'm here. But if I was down where I come from, she wouldn't go near the place. Trust me. The police won't even come in after 6 p.m, Warren. So she's not going to come in. Trust me, man.
Right. So I think it's up to City. If they go out and buy a world-class striker, I think they will win the league.
Spurs are going to win the title.
Over.
I think Spurs could do it this year. This year could be their year.
No. Spurs starting to set records like Arteta is with Arsenal.
Spurs. What a team, man.
You see what happened to them. They lost to the team that is 5th in the Slovenian league, and they were only started 19 years ago. It's mad. Against that team called Mura or something.
They were actually passing the ball around, though, Warren. The other team, they actually know how to pass the ball.
Yeah, well, that doesn't surprise me.
They were passing the ball all over the place. It wasn't lucky. They were actually good on the ball.
From the former Yugoslav Republic.
Oh.
All those players from that part of the world are
that.
technically excellent players. You look at the amount of quality players that the Croatian national team has brought on. Right? They honestly, they're top draw.
And as well, Warren, Inzag and Inzag. And inside Warren.
Yeah, I used to have a girlfriend from Zagreb. And
I was just going to say, there's some good quality women in Zagreb. Good quality.
Yeah, they know their football as well, man. I'm telling you.
The women, they know how to. The footballers. Yeah, the footballers know how to play good. Old school drinking too much.
Old school drinking too much of the black stuff.
I tell you what, though, Tony, I'm not drinking enough of it. That's the problem. It's not that I'm drinking too much. I'm not drinking enough.
Listen, old school. Someone told me that when I go to Ireland, I need to ask for this special drink called the stuff.
The stuff?
And it's absolutely vicious.
No, you need to do this. Tap your nose on the left-hand side.
Really?
If you tap it on the right-hand side, you could be a cop. Tap it on the left-hand side 3 times. 1, 2, 3. But I give you a bit of advice, Warren. Change your accent. That's also a tip. Because if you go in talking like that, man, you're going to get messed up. You know what I mean? It's not going to be pretty for you. So change your accent, like pretend you're like French. You know what I mean? Pretend you're French. I didn't see. Don't mention the Queen. Whatever you do, don't mention Queen Victoria. But just 3 times on the nose on the left side, and you'll get the stuff. I think what they're talking about is poutine.
That's it. That's the one.
Yeah, you could die. You could die drinking that, Warren. I'm not joking. I wouldn't try it if I was you.
No, I've heard that stuff's pretty wild. All right.
You can die from drinking that. You know that, right? That's not a joke. I'm serious.
Right. So what's going on with these
guys? Almost 100%, Warren. It's almost 100%. You can flatline. You can actually die.
Ridiculous. Crystal Palace 0, Villa 1, Liverpool 4, Southampton 0, Norwich 0, Wolves 0. So
boring.
It's not been a fantastic afternoon today.
Warren, I have a question for you. I'm thinking back now to when I was a teenager. Do you remember Northern Irish football? The Northern Irish League.
I've been to Derry City's ground.
Oh man, well they're in the league with us now.
They had to leave because there was too much violence.
But do you remember the scores on BBC Northern Ireland Score Centre? Listen, all right, you're going to get a laugh out of this. It was Glentoran 0, Derry City 0, and it was like Lisarda 0 and Lisfahel 0. Every single score in 20 games was 0-0. It's the worst league. I'm telling you. Okay, they're better than me, but it's the worst league. The scores were like, the person was like this, 0-0.
They never used to tell us the results from League of Ireland or Northern Ireland League. They didn't. They never. We only used to hear about the results from the Scottish League and the English League because they were on the pools coupon, right? Yeah. Otherwise, you wouldn't hear about it. But yeah, they wouldn't hear about the Welsh League or Northern Irish League, no. And certainly not.
BBC Score Centre used to do it. Like Grandstand. You remember Grandstand back in the day?
I do, yeah.
But it was so boring. It was like 0-0. And then once in a while, it would be 1-0. And you know what the 1-0 was? An own goal. Oh, man, it was awful. And they were kicking around the ball.
Trying to make an argument up for saying that if it was high scoring, it meant that the league wasn't of a very high quality. Yeah. So let's see. If there's not much going on in the Premiership other than Liverpool 4, Southampton 0. It might kick off near the end. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and see if we can have a look at some of the scores around the other games around the country and see what's going on there. So football, scores and fixtures. Right, here we go, guys. So Dundee 3, Motherwell 0. Jeez, Motherwell getting a bit of a spanking there. Hearts 1, St Mirren 0. Ross County 0, Dundee United 1. St Johnstone 1, Hibs 0. AFC Bournemouth 2, Coventry City 0. Birmingham 0, Blackpool 0. Huddersfield Town 0, Middlesbrough 2. Hull City 2, Millwall 1. Luton Town 1, Cardiff 1. Peterborough United 0, Barnsley 0. Stoke 0, Blackburn Rovers 1. And Swansea 2, Reading 3. So that's in the Championship with 68 minutes gone roughly in each of those games. League 1, AFC Wimbledon 1, Fleetwood Town 1. Bolton Wanderers 2, Cheltenham 2. Burton Albion 1, Doncaster Rovers 0. Cambridge United 1, Sunderland 2. Gillingham, Portsmouth 0. Molten Keynes Dons 3. Oxford United 0, Rotherham United 0. They're playing in my featured match next weekend in the FA Cup. Plymouth Argyle 1, Wigan 1. Sheffield Wednesday 2, Wycombe Wanderers 1. Shrewsbury Town 0, Charlton 0. And Lincoln 0, Accrington Stanley 0. And then League 2, let's pick out the highlights from here. Crawley and losing at home 2-1 to Mansfield. Forest Green Rovers still winning 1-0 against Bristol Rovers. Northampton Town are still winning at home to Leyton Orient by a goal to 0. Port Vale 1, Hartlepool 0. Rochdale 1, Exeter 1. Salford City 1, Oldham Athletic 0. Scunthorpe 1, Bradford City 1. Sutton United 1, Barrow 0. And finally, Swindon Town 0, Harrogate Town 1. So let's see if we can see. Stockport County is still winning, so that's my team in the FA Cup now. Winning 1-0 away at Wealdstone. So, FA Trophy. See how Maidstone are getting on. Maidstone United are losing 1-0 at home to Billericay Town from Essex. So, Kent-Essex derby there. See, there you go. Yeah, that won't be going down with the Stones fans, I'm sure. Tunbridge Angels are winning 1-0 away at Canvey Island. So, yeah, they get out of Canvey Island with their lives intact. They'll be happy about that. So there you go, mate. That's more or less it all up to date. So let's see what's going on in the Premier League again. So nothing further is going on there.
Arsenal 2, Newcastle 0.
Yeah, Arsenal won. For those of you who don't know, Arsenal won 2-0 earlier today at home to Newcastle. And there's a red card at Selhurst Park. Douglas Luiz has just come on and now he's been sent off.
Oh no.
My God. So.
Oh, lads.
Let's see.
Hard to believe.
It is, man.
Look, Palace are playing crap.
Yeah, they're not playing well. Patrick will not be happy about this, that's for sure.
Patrick will not be happy. They're playing crap.
But it looks like he might have just been handed a lifeline. I suspect that he plays. Yeah, Douglas Luiz has just come for Aston Villa to replace Ramsey. So that means that Steven Gerrard's Aston Villa are now down to 10 men. So that's giving Palace a bit of a lifeline. Let's see if they could take advantage of that.
They should be able to. They have good players.
Yeah. But there's only 17 minutes left now. So they need to get their fingers out if they want to win this game. Really need to be thinking about getting a goal. There's a video assistant. The VAR is involved at Selhurst Park. Douglas Luiz survives. The red card is downgraded to a yellow after Michael Salisbury consulted the pitchside monitor. So, yeah, VAR has been involved. There's been drama involving VAR for a second time today. First time was at Anfield when a goal for Sadio Mane got ruled out. And now the VAR has downgraded Douglas Luiz's red card to a yellow. So there you go, folks. Norwich have almost scored. Norwich almost opened the Wolves' defence as Lucas Rupp finds Timo Pukki, but he can't bring it under control, and Jose Summers smothers the ball. That was the chance. So, yeah, there you go. And Liverpool nearly added a fifth. Liverpool bide their time, but step it up on the right with Mohamed Salah driving infield before firing a shot that Mohamed Salisu heads over his own bar. So there you go. It's heating up a little bit now as we enter the last quarter of the game. So let's see. There's some chats. McManus said grandstand. Wow, I remember that. That was on all day on a Saturday. It'd start just before lunchtime and it would finish just after final score. It was brilliant. I loved it.
Grandstand.
Huh? Yeah, grandstand. It's grandstand on BBC and the big match on ITV. There's horse racing.
Big match.
Yeah, horse racing, wrestling, ice hockey, all sorts. It was madness. And then grandstand was my bread and butter, says the old school gunner. Yeah, man, it was. Any jobs going for an Irishman in London? Yeah, anyone who knows about any jobs, please let old school gunner know. I'm sure it'd be really appreciative if anyone's got any leads about any potential job opportunities. Tony.
Legal or illegal, it's all good.
Tony, I don't know if you've got anything going at your company or not. Have you got a driving license?
I'm coming to England in like a week with my wife, so if anybody knows of anyone, we're looking for work. It's tough times all around. So if anyone knows, please let us know.
Mate, have you got a driving license?
No.
Right.
My wife does though, but she needs to convert it.
So you can't do driving jobs then? That's out of the question, isn't it?
Well, I could, but I don't have a license.
No. I don't think, no. Tony Blackmore.
Tony says there's plenty of jobs at the airport.
Has begun. Yeah, man.
Tony says there's plenty of jobs at the airport. I think that's Heathrow, right? He's talking about Heathrow.
Yeah, Gatwick probably as well, because I know they're talking about expanding Gatwick. They keep talking about it on the radio. So, yeah, there might be a lot of jobs going down at Gatwick, but that's right at the other side of London for you. That's the thing. Because you're up in
Stansted Airport. Yeah, well, we'll be in London at some point. That's only a start.
Right. it might be a good idea to contact the airports because a lot of the airports have their own job centres. Well, they used to. So you might want to try and get a main reception, a main switchboard number for the airports and say to them, look, I'm looking for it. Do you happen to know if the airport's got its own job centre or employment agency or something? Because there's always loads of jobs going at airports, man.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
They're crying out for people there. Maybe they need an interior designer at the airport.
Or, anything you can turn your hand to. If they need people, mate, I'm sure you'll be fine.
My wife is an interior designer.
Stansted Airport. There you go.
Stansted? Yeah, maybe they need the old school gunner.
Yeah, go up there, man.
Did I ever tell you the story about when I was
passing? Might be looking for staff, mate.
Yeah. I'm actually flying with Ryanair, with that scumbag airline. But I have a funny story to tell you about Gunnersaurus. You know Gunnersaurus?
Yeah.
So wait, let me tell the story now, right? I went to the Emirates like 4 years ago, and I got my little Gunnersaurus. Like he's about that size, Yeah. No, the teddy bear, Gunnersaurus. So I had Gunnersaurus, and I was passing through Heathrow Airport when I was living in Switzerland. So I went back to Switzerland with Gunnersaurus, and I was at the security, and I went through. And when I went out the other side, there was a security guy there checking baggage. And who did he support? Tottenham. So I had Gunnersaurus like on the trolley as I was going through, and I went through security, and he saw Gunnersaurus, and he was like not happy about it. Then his workmate wasn't a Spurs fan, wasn't an Arsenal fan, but he said, "Give me Gunnersaurus. I want to make fun of him, I said, "No, I'm afraid he's going to kidnap him if I give him to you. He's going to confiscate it." But we were going through Heathrow then, and then the guy said to me, "Oh yeah, he's a Spurs fan, Gunnersaurus drives him crazy." And the guy was looking at me like, "Oh, he really hated seeing Gunnersaurus." So, as I was an Arsenal fan, and I turned around and I said, "He's just jealous because Gunnersaurus is better looking than his girlfriend." Oh man, I just went way too far. Like, I was saying things now, Warren, I'm not going to repeat. But as soon as I knew he was a Spurs fan, I just saw red. I can't remember anything. It's like I blacked out.
Yeah. Check out this comment from Tony Blackwell.
Yeah, I saw it.
So, yeah. If I were you, mate, I'd be on the phone to him and see what you can find out about that. But not to Michael O'Leary. The man's an absolute scumbag, man.
Call him by his Irish name, Mihal.
He's an absolute scumbag.
Remember, he wanted to take out the toilets so there could be like standing space on flights. And it's like on a bus, you hold on to the strap as the plane is flying.
He's unreal. He really
if there's turbulence, you could actually get hurt if there's turbulence, when you're standing up. You could actually get hurt.
I remember once I was on a plane coming back from Germany, right? We were over the North Sea, and like midway through the flight, the air hostesses come out and did the when you come on and they do it on the safety stuff about what to do if there's an accident. They started all that carry on, and I had my mum with me, and I was going, "This ain't normal. They don't normally start doing stuff like this midway through a flight." I said that I think there might be a problem with the plane. She's going, "No!" And I started freaking out.
The left phalange was probably the problem.
Huh?
The left phalange. That was probably the problem on the plane.
Hmm.
You know what that is?
No.
Anyway, let's move on past it. Yeah. Right.
7 minutes to go, folks. And it's Palace 0, Villa 1, Liverpool 4, Southampton 0, Norwich 0, Wolves 0. Diego Jota has come off for Liverpool. He's been substituted. So let's see who they brought on. Minimanu's come on for Jota a couple of minutes ago.
Oh, no.
Oxlade-Chamberlain's on now as well, and James Milner's. Milner's come on for Henderson, and Oxlade-Chamberlain has come on for Thiago Alcantara. So there you have it. Let's see what's happening. Every Liverpool player is being urged to shoot whenever they receive the ball, as the home fans entertain themselves, probably to keep themselves warm as much as anything. Virgil van Dijk is urged to shoot from to shoot, probably that means, from halfway, but he doesn't take up the invitation. It sounds like Liverpool fans are enjoying themselves at Anfield.
They should be. They're doing good. Yeah. Team is doing well.
Yeah, they are 4-0 up. I mean, what?
It's been such a good season so far for Liverpool. It's between them and Chelsea, I think.
And Stephen Warnock, former England defender on BBC Final Score, is talking about the Norwich Wolves game, and he's saying the quality that Norwich have just isn't good enough. That is why they are down at the bottom. I've seen enough today, though, to suggest that they will put up a fight to stay in the Premier League. Well, I'd hope so. I'd be really pissed off if I was a Norwich fan and I didn't see them at least putting a fight up. There's a change for Villa. Ashley Young has been very good, and he gets the rest. And Emi Buendia is on for Villa. So, but Steven Gerrard is on course for his second win in 2 games. So it's looking a good start for Villa. Norwich and Wolves are drawing 0. Let's have a look at the Premier League table. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? So, hold on. What's going on? I'm just going to bring that up. Right, so here we go. Here it is. Chelsea are top. Currently 1 point ahead of Liverpool on 28. Man City are behind by 2 points from Liverpool. If they win their game tomorrow, they will go back up into second. West Ham, though, are 3 points behind Manchester City. If West Ham win, they will stay fourth, though, because of the gap in goal difference is quite big. They'd have to have a 10-goal turnaround to recoup that. Arsenal are fifth. We've now got a -2 goal difference and on 23 points, equal West Ham. But West Ham have got a game in hand, which is their game tomorrow at the Etihad. Wolves are currently in 6th with a 0 goal difference and on 20 points. Tottenham are in 7th, 4 points behind Arsenal with a -6 goal difference. And Man United are 8th with a -1 goal difference, and they're 7th on 17 points, 6 points behind Arsenal with a game in hand. So should they win tomorrow at Chelsea, they will be 3 points behind. But if they lose, we'll be 6 points ahead of them going into that game at Old Trafford. So that will make it interesting. And then down the bottom, Burnley are in the bottom 3 with 9 points. Norwich are on 9 points as well. And Newcastle are bottom on 6. So both Norwich and Burnley are 2 points off the safety, and Newcastle are 5 points off safety. So it's not looking good for Newcastle. So, yeah, let's go back and see what's happening. There's only a couple of minutes left. Liverpool are in injury time now. It's still Palace nil. And here we go. Here we go.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. And it has come at Selhurst Park. And it has gone to Aston Villa.
Oh, poor Vieira. Patrick.
Vieira. Whoa.
Oh, Vieira, man.
Yeah. So McGinn
it's like the Highlander when they chop off your head. It's over.
Massive
you know what I mean?
Celtic fan, by the way, John McGinn.
John McGinn. Big man McGinn.
He wanted to come and sign for Celtic before Villa got him, right? And his dad kept ringing Celtic saying, look, you're going to make a move for him or what? And Celtic refused to take his call, so he went to Villa instead. Unbelievable.
That was stupid.
Shocking. Huh?
They probably thought it was Rangers on the phone, like practical joke.
They probably
you know what I mean?
It was a
this is Rangers. Yeah, like, that's those Rangers guys on the phone joking with us. It wasn't Rangers guys. He's a real player. He exists. Oh man, ignorance is bliss, huh? Ignorance is bliss.
So here we go.
An
absolute walk in the park for Liverpool, who moved to within 1 point of leaders Chelsea. There you go.
Yeah,
so Liverpool 4-0 up at home to Southampton. They're now into the 2nd minute of added time. Norwich drawing 0-0 at home with Wolves. But to be fair, that's a good point. Yeah, and it's just finished at Anfield. It's Liverpool 4, Southampton 0. So I'm saying it's a good point for Norwich, I feel. Especially how the way that Wolves have been playing. They could have easily have lost that game. So
they need a point.
I guess a point gained rather than 2 lost, in my opinion. Especially the way Wolves are playing at the moment. They're really putting the results in. So, yeah, Liverpool move a point behind Chelsea at the top of the table. So, yeah.
I want to put a bet on tomorrow. I want to put a bet on Chelsea to beat Manchester United. Is that actually possible? Or do you have to pick the score?
Tony Blackwell's got a chat for you. Comment. Tato, where are they from, old school?
I wrote in the thing, but I'll say it anyway. They're from the Irish Republic, my friend. Not Northern Ireland, not part of the UK, the Irish Republic. Republic. They're from the Republic of Ireland. They got a lot of crunch. Like the people down here. A lot of crunch.
Exactly, Tony.
We got a lot of crunch. But they crunching all the time. I love them.
They don't have plenty of foundations, though, do they, Tony?
They got plenty of foundations.
It says like Terry. Tell Terry they've got plenty of foundations and he wants some. Laugh out loud.
Plenty of crunch, like the people. Okay, that's enough of that. Just showing you, I still got it. I'll just let the left just goes up by itself and the right's on its way. Okay, look.
The show goes on.
Is it actually possible to do that in a bookmaker's? That's what I wanted to ask. Because I want to put a bet on Chelsea to win. Or do you have to pick the score? Do you have to say 3-1?
Go in and say, you can even do it online. Just say Chelsea to win.
Chelsea to win.
Yeah, you won't get very good odds though. You'd have to put a fiver on to win £2 or something like that. Because I'd say that Chelsea would be odds on to win. But yeah, you you can go in and put a bet on the fact that Chelsea are going to win. Definitely. You don't have to say the score.
Tony Blackwell is pronouncing the Irish crisp. His pronunciation is wonderful. Look at that. Put up that on the screen there, Warren. Let's get that up there.
Potato. Love that they have a sense of humour. I think it's wild. I love it.
Yeah, but you know Mr. Tato, right? You know about Mr. Tato. This is Mr. Tato.
Use that. You should take a picture of that and use it as a thumbnail on one of your videos, mate.
And this, guys, is Tato Park. You need to check out Tato Park. They have their own park. It's like Universal Orlando. It's Tato
Where is
Park.
it, Old School? Whereabouts in Ireland is it?
It's in the Midlands.
Yeah? You should go there and do a vlog from it, mate. Meath.
Yeah, it's in County Meath. Yeah, just outside Dublin. An hour from Dublin.
I used to work with a fella from Meath. He was a natural nutter. Yeah. Tony Blackwell says, I thought you meant going into a bookies and mimic boxing in the place. Old School. What? I thought you meant going into
the bookies.
Oh, I get it now. And Tony Blackwell says Palace grabbed a goal back. Wow, that's we need to do something then.
Oh,
exactly, mate. So,
yeah, huh? But it's too late. Too late.
What's that?
What are you doing there, Warren? What are you doing, Warren?
I don't know. But it's Palace 1, Villa 2.
We're almost at the end, Warren. Don't let it slip now. Keep up your standards.
Norwich
it's all about standards, Warren. You're almost
I
there.
don't want to get done for copyright. Palace 1,
but if
Villa 2.
I was to go into a bookies and do a practical joke, I would walk in with just the sock on, Mr. Happy. And then, like the Red Hot Chili Peppers, I would walk in with just the sock on, Mr. Happy. And I wouldn't go in on a cold day. I would go in on a warm day.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Jamie's poetry. Hi, Jamie. Bonjour, everyone. Nice to see Jamie.
Bonjour, monsieur.
I hope you're all right. How
Bonjour.
You doing? Great win for Arsenal. Exactly, Jamie. Come on, you brothers.
Great performance. The best performance I've seen this season of any team.
Now, I've got this story to tell you. Me and my mate.
Oh, here we go.
We went to bookies one lunchtime, like during the day, during the week, and it was dead quiet. There was no one in there. And we had the result from one horse race. And what we did, we put this bet on saying a double bet, like say, so that we said that the winner of the first race, and then we wanted to put a bet for the second race, all on one bet. So we went in there and we put the slip over. The guy was just about to take the money and he looked at it and said, hold on a minute. He said, that first race is already run. And he said, and it come in at 10-1. He said, get out of here. And we nearly pulled it off. If we'd gone in there when it was really busy, we'd have pulled it off. But he sniffed it, because the second one, if it had come in, we would have got odds of like 51 and we were going to put a tenner on it. So we would have won about 500 quid. It was hilarious. And Jamie, apparently, nice to see you too. I'm fine, thanks. So it's good to hear, mate. Good to hear. Tony Blackwell says, old school with just a sock on his Johnson, laughing my arse off. I can just imagine you with a bloody stocking over your head. Do you remember that fella, Buller? He used to come on. There was like a comedy like guy who was like, it was like a guy, he used to have this character called Buller, and he was supposedly the hardest criminal in the UK. And he'd come and goes, yeah, I'm Buller, mate. And it was hilarious. Absolutely. He's got videos on YouTube. It is hilarious. My eyes are burning, old school. Thought laugh loud. Mate, the thought of old school going into a bookies with a stocking on his head, it just makes me roll up.
Stranger things have happened, guys.
Yeah. Jamie's poetry says, I hope Norwich win. I want to see them. Some years ago, they beat Reading 7-1. They used to have a really good side back in the day. And all the games have finished. Let's go and check out the scores. So it's ended Palace 1, Villa 2, Norwich, Liverpool 4, Southampton 0, and Norwich 0, Wolves 0. And earlier in the day, it ended Arsenal 2, Newcastle 2, Newcastle 0. So let's look at the Premier League table. And as you can see there, Chelsea are top on 29 points. Liverpool are second with 28. Man City are third with 26. Both Chelsea and Manchester City have got a game in hand over Liverpool. And both play at home tomorrow. Man City are at home to West Ham. And Chelsea are home to Man United. So Chelsea could pull clear at the top, and Man City can open the gap on West Ham if they win that game. But I'm sticking by my prediction that West Ham are going to go to the Etihad and get a win. So that will draw them level on points, but they'll still be in fourth because of their goal difference. Arsenal are in fifth, thank God, on 23 points. Wolves are in sixth with 20
Keep the faith, lads. Keep the faith.
So that's why I'm saying that result for Norwich today was a good one. It was a point game, definitely. Tottenham are in seventh on 19. Man United are on 8th with 17. Brighton are 9th with 17. Palace are on 10th with 16. Villa are on 11th on 16. Everton are in 12th with 15 on 15. Leicester are in 13th with 15. Southampton are in 14th with 14 points. Brentford are in 15th with 13. Watford are 16th on 13. Leeds are in 17th with 11. And then the bottom three is in 18th place, we've got Burnley with 9 points. 19th place, we've got Norwich with 9. And bottom of the table, we've got Newcastle with 6. And Newcastle are still looking for their first win of the season after 13 games of the season. So there you have it, guys. Another exciting day of entertainment from the Premier League. Not as mad as it was last week, but still exciting nonetheless. I didn't mean that, Hedge Warren. Says Tony Blackwell. Oh dear. And Taib Hussain says, Warren, it's past your bedtime, laugh out loud. Yeah, it is, mate. I need to go and get some sleep. I'm obviously losing in the plot. Jamie's poetry.
Warren, can I big up my channel for a second?
Of course you can, mate.
All right, guys. Here it is. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Smash the subscribe and don't forget to click on the notifications. Comment in the comment section below of the videos I have. My recent video maybe. And if you can, go and play my Old School Gunner playlist. Simple as that. Just let my playlist play. Any device you're not using, plug it into charge and let the Old School Gunner playlist play and smash some watch hours for me. I'd appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Listen, guys, This man's channel is superb. You do yourselves a favour and go and subscribe to him, watch his videos. You won't regret it, honestly. It's top quality stuff. I love it. I'm a regular viewer of his channel, regularly putting in comments and stuff. So, yeah, it's top quality stuff.
Smash my playlist. Smash it into the middle of next week.
You don't have to watch it. just have it on in the background, and it will really help
Yeah.
him. Jamie's Poetry says, I
Build up
think
the
West Ham
watch a
will
bit.
draw against City 2-2. Yeah, I'm going for them to win 2-1 at the Etihad. I really think they're going to go and do a job on City. And
I think City will
Chelsea
win.
will
But
win
anyway.
2-1 against Chelsea. Yeah, I think so as well. Jamie, put your scores in for the rest of the games for tomorrow, and I'll add them to your scores. I'll add them to the Warren's Team Talk prediction competition, and that goes for anyone else who wants to enter the competition as well. If you put your predictions in, I'll make sure that we put your scores in for this week for the competition. Right, Warren, says Tony Blackwell. I've got to go to work. So thanks for today. Great show and always good to have Old School on. Thank you, Tony. Yeah, it was great. I enjoyed it as always. Thanks for coming in and watching the show. I really appreciate your support. So thanks ever so much. Tony Blackwell says, Old School, we'll look at your channel when I'm at work. We'll subscribe soon after. Fantastic, Tony. Good man. Have a great day.
Thanks, Tony. I appreciate it.
I hope it's not too heavy tonight, and I hope you're able to get an easy night and a quiet one. So have a great day tomorrow. And if you see Terry, tell him to come out of hiding. He probably will come out of hiding, given they won 2-0 today. Old School Gunner says, thanks, Tony. And the McManus says, laters, Tony. And Tony Blackwell says, laters, McManus, laters, everyone. See you later, Tony. And thanks for watching, buddy. And I'll look forward to seeing you soon, mate. And Tony Black School, who is that, Warren? Laugh at that. Yeah, man, I'm losing it. I need to go and get some sleep, man. Jamie's Poetry. Brentford won, Everton won. Good man, thanks, man. And laugh out loud, Terry being the new Scarlet Pimpernel. He is. Whenever Arsenal lose, he goes into hiding. As predictable as day. Night follows day, mate. Burnley 0, Tottenham 0. Yeah, good man. Keep them coming in, Jamie. Yeah, so what do you think about today?
5th place, lads. Up into 5th.
Old School, what do you think about today's games?
What do I think about what?
What's your immediate reactions to today's results?
To today's results? I think unstoppable. I think it's going to be a great team. A great team will have to come and stop them from winning the league. Liverpool are incredible right now. I think Wolves, they missed a real chance to close up in the table. A good point for Norwich when you consider their league position. I mean, they're second from bottom. Newcastle, I feel sorry for Newcastle. I'm an Arsenal fan, but I can't help but feel sorry for Joe Willock and Newcastle themselves, the position they're in. The Geordies are a great bunch of people. Newcastle is a great city with a great club with great history, and I feel sorry for them now. 13 games, no wins. Yeah, for Newcastle. I feel sorry for them.
Anyone who hasn't seen that game, watch on Match of the Day tonight for the save that Aaron Ramsdale makes in the first half. It is unbelievable. It's better than the one that he made at Leicester, by the way. If that goal had gone in, Arsenal would have been 1-0 down at half-time. And I'm telling you, it would probably
get nervous, Warren. The defence would get the jitters. You know what I mean? We're a team that kind of strives off confidence. Arsenal are a team that strive off confidence. If things aren't going well for us, we fall apart. But if we see Ramsdale on form, we tend to get a little bit stronger. If that goal had went in, the team would have bottled it. We would have lost.
It was like that under Wenger, though, wasn't it? It was very much like this. Do you know what I mean? 1 minute they're up, the next minute they're down. Do you know what I mean? It was just
Mm.
As soon as something started going wrong,
the
it just fall apart.
Yeah, well, the only team under Wenger that was not like that, in my opinion, was the Invincibles, because every time they went behind,
like towards the end of his reign, like we would like.
But every time that they went behind, they actually started to relax and play better football when they were behind. They always pulled level and they always equalized. 26 wins, 12 draws. They never lost.
No,
the whole
exactly.
season unbeaten.
It was wild.
They always played better football when they conceded. They always found a way back into the game. Incredible team. Incredible team. I mean, complete relaxation on the ball. And they were trying things. They were playing passes all over the place. The opposition was just blown apart. Incredible. That's how it was. Go on, the Invincibles. We'll be back. We'll be back.
Leicester 4, Watford 3. Wow. That'd be an amazing game if it ends up like that. Thanks a lot, Jamie. I'll make sure I put those in for you, mate. So, yeah, anything else? Any final thoughts, Old School, before we finish up?
You're breaking up there, Warren, all over the place.
I said,
you asked me my final thoughts.
I said, any final thoughts on the game?
Any final thoughts?
Yeah.
About the games today. I hope that Newcastle can pull themselves out of the position they're in, because I don't want to see them get relegated.
No, I don't.
I have a lot of time for Newcastle. And I really hope that they can pull themselves out of the position they're in. But 13 games and no wins, it's looking ominous. They're in serious trouble. Villa, good win today. Liverpool, they're going to take some stopping. I mean, I don't think any team will go to Anfield against them. I can't see many teams coming away with a point. Norwich, Wolves, great point for Norwich. But Newcastle, they're in serious trouble. Arsenal, I'm happy with the win today. I'm happy with the 3 points. The performance, like you told me, was not good. And that's been our problem all season. I mean, yeah, we're getting the results, but we're never going to touch the teams at the very top. And we're never going to challenge for the league under Mikel Arteta, because he doesn't have the wherewithal, the necessary skills to bring the team to the next level. Players like Saka, players like Smith-Rowe, players like Ramsdale, Martinelli, young players, it's to the detriment of the club that Mikel Arteta stays. He's causing unknown damage. He's putting us back 10 years, guys. 10 years. He's going to put us back another 10 years. It's going to take a hell of a manager to pull us up out of this when Arteta finally leaves. He's using Arsenal just to build his own career. That's all Mikel Arteta cares about, building his own reputation at Arsenal until he moves on. But he's putting the club back, guys, 10 years. Yeah.
See,
we're nowhere near anywhere close to challenging for the title. We're in a lucky 5th right now. We're not going to stay there. We're going to drop.
That team has got the players to be challenging, right? It has, right?
He's not getting the best out of them.
Our forward line is the most expensive in the Premier League, right? We should be able to score goals with this team, but we can't, right? The young players we've got in the team, they should be being brought on in like halfway through, 3/4 of the way through a game to give them a bit of experience. We shouldn't be relying on them as the mainstays of the team. We shouldn't. Do you know what I mean? So, this is what happened with George Graham. When George Graham was in control at Arsenal, Rocky Rocastle at the beginning was on the bench. Michael Thomas was on the bench, right? And they would be brought on to replace other more senior members of the squad, right? So they get experience and be introduced to the team gradually, not be mainstays of the side when they're 19, 20 years old. It's not right, and it's going to destroy those youngsters. It's going to burn them out. And Saka, bless him, I think he's burnt out. He's been playing practically non-stop for 2 years. He needs a rest.
Yeah.
And he's going to do the same to Emil Smith-Rowe and all these other youngsters. All these other youngsters we got in the squad, they should be playing as backups so that they come in, to replace senior members of the squad when they're injured or they're tiring out in a game or something like that. Not being the mainstays of the team. It's just not right, in my opinion. And
I agree.
I don't think he's...
Warren, we have like a false league position at the moment. I mean, we're in 5th. You check our goal difference, -2.
Yeah. It was -4. It was -4
but
until
I know
today.
we're coming level to even, to even Steven 0. And then we can go +1, +2. But it's like a false league position. I mean, the win today, I'm happy to take it. But the performance, when we come up against a better team, that's not going to cut it. We can't rely on Ramsdale all the time. It's not going to cut it, that performance. This team is rock bottom of the league.
The way they're playing at the moment, if we come up against Wolves, West Ham, or any of those other sides that are around us in the table, except for Spurs, we're going to be in trouble, mate.
Man United are going to beat us.
Yeah, I think they will. It'll be that fella's first game in charge when we go up there. So, look, let's look at the goals, right? We've scored 15. Chelsea have scored 30, right? Liverpool have scored 39. That Liverpool have scored nearly 3 times as many goals as what we have, right? Manchester City has scored 25. West Ham have scored 23, right? Wolves have only scored 12, but Tottenham have scored 11. That's shocking. But yeah, most of these sides have scored more goals than us.
Warren, Man United are going to beat us.
Yeah, I think they will.
I'm telling you, they're going to beat us at Old Trafford. They're going to beat us. I'm telling you, they're going to win.
I hate United. I'm passion.
I hate them too, but at the moment, we've got bigger problems. They're going to beat us. It doesn't matter who we're playing.
And
as soon as we come up against a team that's anyway good, we're gone.
Look at the goals against column. Chelsea have conceded just 4 goals. We have conceded 17. That's over 4. Chelsea have conceded over a quarter of the goals that we have. Right. Do you know what I mean? It's mad. Liverpool have conceded 11. Manchester City have conceded 6, which is 3rd, give or take a goal. The stats around our performance is not good. So there you go.
We have the points. We don't have to get... I mean to say, we have a real problem scoring goals. And today we came up against the worst team in the league. They're the worst team in the league right now. They haven't won a game. 13 games. No wins. They're the worst. Newcastle are completely devoid of confidence, devoid of creation. They've lost. They haven't won a game all season. If we couldn't beat them today, you have to ask yourself some questions.
But look at Everton.
United are going to beat us.
I know they are. But look at Everton. Their last 5 games. Lost 4 and drawn 1. They're in a mess, man. They really are. Yeah. I feel for James Dunlop.
Villa too are in a mess. They won today, but Villa are. Yeah, Everton are gone.
Another one. But look at Brentford.
Rid of James Rodriguez. They got rid of Rodriguez. He was a good player, I thought.
Brentford. They've been free fall.
I thought Rodriguez was a good player for them.
1 of their last 5. I'm shocked, man.
Everton got rid of Rodriguez, man.
Huh? What was that about Rodriguez?
Everton got rid of Rodriguez.
Yeah, but
Everton got rid of him. He's not playing for them anymore.
Apparently, he wasn't playing well. James was telling me that the Everton fans were glad to see the back of him. So,
I don't know. I think he would make them. He's making better than they are now, anyway.
Well, yeah,
He would
you
improve
think
this
that,
team.
but
He would
James is
improve them
telling
now.
me that the Everton
He's
fans
not
weren't happy with him. So, but I think that Rafa is going to become available soon. And I'm telling you, if he becomes available and we don't sack Mikel Arteta and appoint him, I'm going to go ballistic. I am, because I really
It's
rate
not gonna
him.
happen,
I
Mark.
just think
Not
it's not
gonna-
being backed. He's not being backed. You know, because I think he would be perfect for Arsenal. I think he would do a fantastic job for us. I really do. So, yeah. So our next game is against
United. Manchester United on Saturday.
Is it?
Yeah, the 2nd of December.
Saturday the 28th.
I think.
That's tomorrow.
2nd of December.
30th, Newcastle. Then Tuesday, yeah. And then on Saturday, as you say, the 1st of December, Wednesday, the 1st of December, it is those games. And then Thursday, the 2nd, we're playing at Old Trafford. Why the hell are we playing on a Thursday night in the Premier League? That don't make any sense to me. But anyway, we're playing on Thursday night away at Manchester United, 8:15 kickoff. That probably means it's on TV. And Tottenham are home to Brentford.
Oh, the massacre. The massacre will be on TV.
Then on the Saturday, we've got another 3 Premiership games at 3:00. West Ham, Chelsea, that's going to be a bit tasty on the 4th at lunchtime. And then Sunday, there's those games there. And then on the Monday, we've got Everton away. Then, Saturday the 11th. I've been dreading this. Arsenal at home to Southampton. 3:00 kickoff. So that will be covered in the Match Day Live that weekend. Arsenal against Southampton. Chelsea against Leeds. Liverpool against Aston Villa. So that's going to be pretty. That's going to be pretty mad. Anyway, so unless you got anything else you want to say, Old School, I'm going to wrap it up now, mate.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
All right, mate. Well, thanks very much for coming on, fella. I really appreciate it.
Listen, it's been a pleasure. It's been my pleasure.
You're welcome, buddy. I'm just going to give a thank you to everyone who's been in the chat. It's Jamie's Poetry, Tony Blackwell, Taib Hussain, the McManus Sense, Old School Gunner, good fella, that man. Luca's Life. Yeah, anyone who hasn't done it already, go and check out Luca's Life YouTube channel. He's got an excellent channel. I think he's live at the moment. I think he's doing a review of the Arsenal-Newcastle game. So if he is, go over there, say that Warren sent you from Warren's Team Talk. Go and subscribe to his channel. He's got some excellent content. And McManus Sense. What else is there? I think that's about it, actually. I'm just going to make sure there's no one else. Oh, Arsenal Alex.
See you later, guys.
And I think that's it. I don't think there's any more. Just making sure, because I don't want to.
You're breaking up all over the place.
Right. So yeah, that's it. That's everyone. Thank you very much for tuning in and watching us, and all those people who are watching on playback. Thank you very much for watching. Put comments in the comments section about what you thought about today's games, and particularly about Arsenal's win at home to Newcastle. I'd love to read those. And I look forward to seeing you all soon. Thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day. And don't forget to put a like on the video. Please don't forget to subscribe. Share the
Warren,
content
you're
around.
breaking up all over the
Be
place.
nice to each other.
You're breaking up all over the place.
Plenty of love and friendship and kindness around the world. And I look forward to speaking to you all soon. Take care, everyone. Thanks for watching. Take care
See you
for
later,
now.
guys.
Bye.
Peace.